Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and they're great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he goes for the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping! Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Out towards the flank. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Just eases him off the ball. Irwin. Now that looks a decent ball. Del Piero looking to get on the end of this. Diving header! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Such a good gamble to take, and one that paid off very handsomely. Good job, he trusted his instincts.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thiago. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Bangladesh.
Oh, looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Robson, and a chance! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Yamal. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, it's just a little long. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's Messi. Zanetti. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Del Piero, who does have an assist to his name. Fernandez. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xavi Alonso gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Great vision. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And we've reached half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Barcelona ahead 2-0 and they are looking good.
Substitutions taking place.
And the action is back on the way. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Messi. And he's on. Can he finish? Crossbar comes to the rescue. Just off target.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
Oh, that's well spotted. McAllister. Thiago. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Shevchenko. A lot of space ahead of him. Nedved! And it's Thiago. And reclaimed it in a trice. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Irwin. Now it's Messi. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Now then, the ball's come loose. Irwin is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Cristiano Ronaldo. Del Piero. He's through, now is he in? Not the most convincing of passes. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Del Piero.
Del Piero really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well read, nice interception. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lovely pass, but... And the shot! And he hits the net! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there. Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
McAllister. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. There's the delivery.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Five minutes left on the clock. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi receives it in a wide shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Lovely, now then. It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Messi is flagged offside. And time is up. Barcelona have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections? And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Nice sequence of passes, this. Tries to pass it through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now, can they get him away? Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shevchenko. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Riker! It's hit the upright. Decent enough try.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Thiago, and it's Fernandez.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lampard, lovely pass, but can he get there? Barcelona have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And here's Ribéry. McAllister. Egypt
Really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is ridiculed somewhat, but long passing will always have a respect, particularly if it picks out the movement up front, of course.
And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Owen. Tries to play it through. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and
applies the finish! And that's off target.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
And it's Lampard. And this is Owen. That ball looks a good one. He's shifting through the gears, and he shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Egypt are looking to go forward now. That pass has been well intercepted. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. An instinct, and a shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Played back in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the finish! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Ronaldinho with the short one. Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Keeper's dealt with that. And he's decided to go for it. Now that looks a decent ball. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And we are up to the break.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still nil. And the shot! No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Ribery will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Shevchenko. Belletti.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He might be in here! Shoots! He's delivered all right!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now, he's got space here. Oh, important interception. He can get that clear. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely weighted ball. Great vision. Into the channel. And this is real chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Egypt really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. And Shevchenko! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Egypt have the chance to go the other way. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Lampard, chance for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Lampard has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Shevchenko, out towards the flank. Thiago. Fernandez. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Number 15, Iniesta. Coming on the field, number 10, Mohamed Salah. Number 24,
and it's Nakata. Mohamed Salah looking to run onto it.
Egypt really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 9, El Hadj Diouf. Number 80, Ronaldinho. Coming on the field, number 5, number 19, Erling Haaland.
Now it's Del Piero. Barcelona are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Plays a sharp little ball here. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Played down the flank. He's in space and looking for options. And the shot! Sticks it away! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
4 extra minutes added on. Aimed beyond the defence. He is through here. Nakata! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
I'm afraid
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Barcelona definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I'm going to highlight somebody with special talents, maybe a special mentality, and it's this guy, Emi Martinez. As a goalkeeper, he is just a big presence. He's a big strength in the team, and we know he has a reputation for gamesmanship. He has a reputation of trying to get in the heads of his opponents, and it all comes with a lovely personality and a different character, and it's good to see that in the game.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Upamecano, and it's Van Dijk. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
That's a little off target. Now it's Ronaldinho. And this is Batistuta, and he shoots! He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Azar conjures time and space where few can. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Cleared without hesitation. And he has been fouled there.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Casemiro, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Thiago, and it's been played through. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lampard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Shevchenko. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Rummenigge threads one in. Casemiro. And he's had a hit! Rummenigge! That is just brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have... And it's half-time here. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
And Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This their second corner of the game. keeper has taken decisive action. He's had a shot! And another try! Superb goal!
Oh, the skipper has made such an important difference to put them in the lead again, but they can't afford to retreat and defend for the rest of this second half. To do that would invite trouble.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Lampard. So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Law, and he's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that's been won straight back. Batistuta! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Irwin. And it's Lampard. And he's played it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Batistuta. Now it's Shevchenko. And that is a little undercooked. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thiago. Law. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Azar. And he cuts out the supply.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
It's Ronaldinho! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Syria take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Law. And we're done. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. It's hit the upright. So here he is, the man crowned King of Turin, Alessandro Del Piero.
Yeah, and he deserves that crown too. Another in the line of truly great attacking talent that Italy seems to have a knack of producing. A player of immense ability, but also one who never shirked from his defensive duties too.
Absolutely not, and it's very easy to see why he became such a fan favourite. And it's Pedri. Good read, needed to be. Fernandez. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Taken back almost at once. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Cherki. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pedri short changes him with that pass. Rummenigge. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, easy pickings there. Rummenigge is someone with real dynamite in his boots. That's an imaginative pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. He is, and the shot! Goal! Nil! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Lille have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Lille look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Irwin is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Lampard. Rummenigge. Oh, he's burst through. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to... And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Coming on to replace him is...
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Played back in. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Chance, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. This looks promising. Big chance! Lille are looking to go forward now. Not much subtlety about that challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Del Piero, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. So what can they make of this? A probing pass, and that was nowhere near his best. Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lampard. It's Lampard! Fantastic from Lampard! A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Substitution for Lille, number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Del Piero ploughing through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Del Piero! Goal! Nil! Into the lead once more. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Lille take the lead.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
It's Thiago! Now, who's going to be first to this? Pedri. Looking for a runner. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Knocks it into space. And this is Shevchenko. He's dealt with that really well.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, what a ball! Now, Del Piero! And it's come back out to him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Xavi Alonso. And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So there it is. What struck you most about Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's got away. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game, thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game. And the finish! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And that's really well manoeuvred. Fernandez. He's found a way through. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Irwin is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Fired deep towards the back post. That's a sharp pass. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Irwin. And the pass is intercepted. Can he spark a counter here? Chiellini. Totti. Totti going full tilt down the left. Oh, well played, well played. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And this is Scholes.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Zanetti is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Xabi Alonso. And it's Olmo. He has found the way through. Big chance!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Deep into stoppage time. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's beat Mbappe! Oh, what about that? Finally! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Nice interception, well timed. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Has a shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Fernandez can so cleverly bypass the press. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. But that has not gone well. Nice looking ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe is onto this. He's away!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
There's the shot! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Mbappe.
So,
Number
time for
3,
changes on both sides, actually.
Number 14.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Coming on the field.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Number 5, Daniel Van Buiten.
Nicely weighted ball. Now, can he find a finish? Somos and a chance! It's in! With so little time left, grandstand finish! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
He's gone for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Please turn your attention.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Gets a good foot in there. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a key interception. It's out of play for a goal kick. That is good alertness. Pass somewhat off target. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Danny Olmo! Oh, it's in! And surely that has won the day! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Sends it crossfield.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Approaching the half-hour mark. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Zanetti goes on a charge down the left. That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Rummenigge. Nice physical challenge. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Zanetti. Del Piero. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now it's Ronaldinho. In towards the back stick. Zanetti deals with that comfortably. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Driving forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And an exciting one.
Arsenal.
We're about to announce today's lucky
Yeah, you don't get
numbers.
any points
Please
for
watch
stating the
screen
obvious,
if you have a
Peter,
ticket.
but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. He's found a way through. Great chance! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rummenigge is herring after that one. And he cuts out the supply. And back to the keeper. Done delicately. Arsenal still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. He's scored! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. That is good strength. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Some resolute defending there. Driving on and making good progress. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Zanetti going full steam ahead down the left flank. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Plays a sharp little ball here. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Great ball if he can get there. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this to extend their lead. What a save by David Raya! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Over to the left. Just 5 minutes left. Shot could be on. Oh, what a decent chance! It's in! With so little time left, grandstand finish! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Rummenigge. It's run loose here. Rummenigge. Oh, super ball. Irwin clears. And that is as far as it goes. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. The end of the game. Reflections?
Permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And the counter is on. Messi has it in a wide position.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looking for options for movement. Rummenigge! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Pepe with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Dani Olmo. Looking for the run. Flashes it across. Oh, given away. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Terrible error, duly punished.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Caught offside that time. No way through. Mateus, Rummenigge. Mateus. Oh, he's bustling through. And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that's fabulous. Irwin wins the duel this time. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Mateus. And that's a throw-in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Rummenigge. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Alonso! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Albert Ferrer. Great vision. That is very well defended.
2 added
Van
minutes
Dijk.
has been indicated.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, this looks sharp. Threads one in. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona.
Please turn
Yeah, on
your
the face
attention
of
to
it,
the
it
screen
looks a
for
fair
information
reflection of what
provided
we've
by
all
the
seen,
local
Peter.
police.
Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Lille, number 10, Messi. Coming on the field is number 21.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
He's tried one! Yes, he's done it! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in plenty of space here. Rummenigge. Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And it's Pedri. Pepe. And that's a good ball. And he shoots! And it's in! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Lille.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rummenigge. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That's a little off target. Barcelona suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps. And they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's there to make the challenge.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's shifting through the gears here. Brahim Diaz has a shot! Oh, it's in! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Substitution for Lille. Number 9, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 18, Casemiro.
So, time for
Number
changes
20,
on both sides, actually.
Mbappe.
So,
Number
all square
14,
with almost no time remaining.
Coming
Credit
on the
where
field,
it's due. This is
number
great
11,
attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's
Number
enough in the tank
23,
to grab another.
Beckham. Number 7,
Pepe
Vinicius
is a
Junior.
perfect combination of brain and brawn.
Ronald Araujo.
Played into
Substitution in
space.
progress. 4 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Mbappe. And that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Nicely weighted ball. He's a real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Zanetti has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Played into space. Is on his own. Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. First quarter of an hour gone. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Milan with the corner, there first. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well read, nice interception. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Looks across, and the shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Tries to pass it through. Rafinha is flagged offside. Pepe is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Looking to play him in. Now it's Dani Olmo. That's a little off target. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Owen gets into some space. And Owen! And he's heaved it away. He's got a... Oh, what has happened here?
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lampard looking to penetrate opposition lines. Great chance! It's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable. We're looking... Takes a shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That's rather hopeful. And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he's being shifted off it. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that's well spotted. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Lahm plays it in. He's there to get rid. Now the delivery. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Mateus. And he's there to retrieve it. Looking for the run. And he's straight offside.
Substitution on the field, number 11, Danny Olmo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Del Piero. Number 14, Zanetti. Coming on the field, number 19, Soboslai. Number 13, Castolo. Number 10, Silvestre. Substitution in
Truthfully,
progress.
it was hard to see any better outcome there. And this is Kane. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And a shot! Sticks it away! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan are having a ball here. Lampard has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Law, some resolute defending there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Swings in across.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
And a quick announcement today.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.